Hello, my dear Pisces, my lovely, lovely Pisces. Uh, this is your reading for a situationship projection, three portals, three iterations in which you can choose to take what you will and create some sort of instrumental resonance for a vision of potential energies dealing with situationships. Yes. So I'll be working firstly with the 1890 Alietta deck from the French school. A very strong deck, considering it's 130 years old. It's still in very top condition for being so. It smells like an old book. So I'll be essentially, pulling energies from the ether and showing you potential influences. Take what you will, and please treat it with the lightest of hands. So I'll go ahead and start shuffling, clearing the energy of the deck, and I'll open up the first iteration for you, my dear Pisces. January 2020, love situation, reading, Tarot of the Twin Sun. Take what you will. Okay. So, there is something here about your stability. The portal is now open. You may be offering some sort of new beginning with someone who is essentially has a player-like mentality. This person is very strong-minded as well as strong-willed in how they go about manifesting certain situations. And with you, they have you waiting in a certain way, or at least you are regal and you have some sort of sense of stability within your own self, and you may offer this to someone else. The choice is yours. However, this person that you're dealing with is moving away from you for now. They may have tried to find some sort of new adventure or some newness somewhere else. But I think I think they realize your worth, and this person certainly is kind of worthless in a way. Not to rag on them too much, but there certainly is something here that is weak, a sense of weakness. Either you have transcended some sort of fear that they may have imposed upon you, or perhaps they are no longer playing a sort of victim. Either way, there is some sort of mutual dissolution here, and it's not entirely for the benefit of you in particular, because you have a sense of regality, like I said, and there's something about this situation that needs balancing. It needs a sense of equilibrium. There is something about satisfaction coming in through some form of communication. This person may indeed reach out for you, and once they do that, your emotions, the way they are stable, may become instable in the month of January. Be careful. There is a slight sense of a slight sense of disappointment in their actions. They feel that way about themselves, and you may feel that way about them. The Empress is in reverse, as well as the Three of Swords is here, indicating some sort of massive restriction, as well as psychological trauma that has come from this. There also is a sense of abandonment, and perhaps a weak offer or a weak apology after this abandonment, which may indeed lift the clouds that have been blocking you in a certain way. But you may begin to notice that this situation wasn't leading to the options that you may have wanted in terms of gateways, in terms of path work. Very difficult here. Also, there is something about the stability, a stability that has to do with a sense of accumulation, as well as a sense of saving up. There is something about the way you've essentially given to this person, maybe too much, and you feel that there is a sense of imbalance with this. Justice in the reverse here. So there certainly is some sort of difficulty when it comes to the equilibrium and the ability to wait for the right timing. There's also a sense that someone has been offering themselves in the wrong way to the wrong energies and has tempted something out or coaxed something out into the equation, and it's leading to this waiting situation, or perhaps almost a stall that is too long, and it's very much causing this cycle of the Ten of Rods, which is, as you know, something where you have a burden and you're trying to set that down, but it's very difficult. Okay, so overall, I think the energy of love is dissipating in this connection. Whether that is up to you, of course, but I see the Two of Cups energy here, and it's being poured out in a certain way or transmuted in a certain way. So clear indication that love will be found somewhere else, and that the energies of emotion may be restricted, or perhaps maybe held back in a certain way, with your card coming here with the King of Cups. Okay, so I see isolation as well as illumination coming from within. No new beginnings, but certainly a sense of happiness shining through with the Alieta deck. Okay, that portal is closed. I'm moving over to 1975 deck. These will be very short readings. This next one will be rather short, but solid. There is a sense of manipulation occurring with someone, or perhaps you have been called to use some sort of second-handedness or alternate means of thought in order to manifest something new through the darkness. But through the darkness comes the light, as you know. There's something about the motivations and the way, the method in which something is done, that is trying to go through the darkness to find some sort of light. You may be using alternate means to discover something about someone in particular, and this someone is someone who is rather oblivious in a way to what they want. However, they're moving forward into getting that. Perhaps they're offering something to you, but you are standing in your truth, and you are needing some sort of justice when it comes to a type of regret or rejection that comes from the past. However, in the present, you know what you want, and you know how to get it. It may have been for a while that you were confused about the passions inside of you that were extremely voracious and had their own sort of wild demeanor. It was very difficult for you to make communication with this person when it comes to harmony. There weren't any harmonics for a while, but they do offer you some sort of fantastic love. Whether you want that or not, I think that's not the case, because they're offering not only that, some sort of love, but also some sort of new beginning here. And they have an evolution in terms of the Queen's energy. However, like I said, you're standing in your truth, and there's a need for you to equip your own higher philosophy to scale any sort of obstacles and to find the energy of love. There also is something where you are trying to break out from the prison of your mind to reenact or recycle something from the past, some sort of thing that has lost communication or lost its fluidity when it comes to intellectual or just communicative rapport with someone. It was very difficult for you to find love or just happiness in general. But never fear, there is some sort of new beginning here, and it's a passionate one. Be careful, because it's also entangled with some sort of constriction or restriction or some sort of um, hidden bind to this person. However, you have absolute reign over the freedom and the free will to write your own sort of contract with this person if you really wanted it, okay? But the energy of the swords is extending, and that energy of manipulation with the seven of swords is also coming up with this, the magician in reverse. The magician in reverse always indicates to me some sort of second-handedness. Be careful with your motivations, because you may manifest something that you don't really need right now. And it seems like you've been trying to work hard, but something about you has been somewhat lazy, and there is a need for you to find your own stability and to wait for the right timing, which is coming soon, to find the energy of love and to also find a deep, intense truth about something, about two situations that were the wrong portals for you, there was something about the timing that was off with a number of your projects. But don't worry, there's a change coming. That's what I see through the Moroccan deck, the Royal Fez. Now I'm moving over to the Jogo de Cartas Cigana de Sorte deck, and it's a very beautiful deck from Portugal. And I'll just go ahead and pull a few cards and see what the energies have to tell me about what's going on. I'm going to shuffle this first. Very intense deck. I picked this from the dark streets of Lisbon, Portugal. Very intense esoteric store there. I picked that up, and I was awakened in a way. That's when I began my tarot channel, within a month of traveling to Lisbon. Okay. Yep. Okay. There is a gift hidden to you right now. Because your emotions are suppressed in a certain way. Pisces number 3, portal number 3 is open. There's a suppression of emotions and a hidden gift, some sort of thing that you were supposed to manifest, and some sort of seed that you planted in the past was supposed to come to fruition. But it's because of some sort of truth that has to do with peace, about the lack of a new beginning. Because a new beginning didn't happen and the gateway wasn't walked through, there is some sort of truth about peace and how you may feel elation through this disconnect with someone who was once offering you some sort of great companionship. Could have been dealing with a Taurus, doesn't have to be so. This person also was going through a massive change, and they had to withdraw from society to find and to feel esoterically some truths for themselves. They had to feel their emotions again, because they were blocked in a certain way. But they were trying to make a move to you, but the move itself had motivations that were manipulative, and also, once again, double confirmation of some deep emotions that were not expressed between you and this person, where the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups in reverse may be dealing with a water sign, but there is a massive amount through a mother and a father figure of an emotional content that's triggered, and some sort of abandonment issue or not having enough emotional sort of rapport with the parents is causing you a great deal of sadness, or perhaps some sort of sadness. This is leading to this manipulation. I feel that there is some sort of emotional manipulation occurring here, and whether you know it or not, there's an intuitive sort of vibe that is causing a great deal of fear, and and not letting you feel these sort of commitments manifesting in a way where you can actually sort of reap the energies and the harvest of such connection. Okay, this person is from the past, and you have to be careful, because they're trying to come back in, and they might have the opportunity to do so, but you've already sort of torn the contract between them and you, or perhaps they with you and them. And it's very difficult, because there is a sense of rootedness, a sense of community with this person, very, very grounded community, very grounded, a very grounded sort of connection, but it's also extremely toxic, and you're finally getting through that. Um, Still, they might eventually, after some cycles of the sun, when the next zodiac changes over, there might be a chance for you to, for them to move to you and offer you some sort of great commitment. Um, and I don't know about it, because your loyalties may lie to something else. Your loyalties may lie to some sort of justice, or perhaps the Queen of Swords energy, where you are really pissed off at this person, and it's very difficult for you to actually find a situation that would be righteous between you and this person. Okay, that's what I see. That's what Portugal tells me, at least. And for the final closing, I'm going to use the Russian Fairy Oracle by Ivan Bilibin 1895 deck, and I'll pull for you some energies. Okay, there's a hidden motivation here that's emotional, that is coming to light, and it has to do with a structure that is causing a great deal of fear. Okay, so there's a hidden structure. It's subliminal, and it's very much stratified. It's huge. The tower is showing up with the moon in reverse, both of them. So there's some sort of deep structure. It's abstract, and it's causing a great deal of fear for you with Vasilisa and the skull here. This usually is she's usually the harbinger of some great and profound message about fatality. But in the reverse, usually it's hidden, and there's a hidden motivation about the structure of a death cycle, or perhaps a regeneration cycle through the tower. And with the moon in reverse, this speaks to me of some deep and profound hidden truth. Very, very subliminal, very deep, and I wouldn't expect less from a Pisces reading. But your energy is here. It's emotional, and it's very profound, and it's very much stratified. It's reached a point of architectural perfection, and because of this, its guidance and its like sort of representation as a mode of thought and a mode of emotional being or well-being is tied to fear that comes from mortality and fatality. And it's the only thing that we can sort of look forward to in this life. Really, the only sure thing is death. But you have to embrace this energy, and with Vasilisa there and the skull, embrace her energy and walk through the forest of darkness with the knowedness that death is actually a great tool for energy and to propel you in a certain way, a great motivation to help you get things done in this lifetime. All right, my dear Pisces, this is Ron from Tarot the Twin Sun. Happy 2020. Ciao.